software and R&D centres in Galway on the west of Ireland. They really take a lot of development activities and are taking a lot of leadership globally on a lot of cloud solutions and enterprise applications being developed there. We also have a global centre of software engineering based in Belfast. So again, a lot of software, and that's been one of the big development areas for the Irish government over the last number of years. Closer to home here in Dublin, we have our enterprise services centres where we run the IT and computing networks for large clients and give them that support. And last but not least, closer to home where you're based today is in the Liffey Park Technology Campus. I'll go through a little bit of history of the site on my next slide, but it is a diversified campus. It did get built originally around inkjet supplies manufacturing, which we do retain some of that manufacturing to date. But since then we really have diversified and got into a lot of other activities on the inkjet supplies. So very much involved in the technology development, and that's given us the opportunity really to take on a lot of the development work on our supplies to introduce recycled plastics. I will speak more to that. A lot of new business model development activities going on, both in the consumer, office and enterprise spaces. And more recently, we've taken on a lot more of the inkjet supplies business leadership off the site here as well. Apart from that, there's a number of other businesses on the site. We do have the HP Financial Services based here in this building as well, which looks after a lot of the financial aspects of deals with large IT hardware for companies. The sales and services for the whole of Ireland is driven off the campus here on site. And we also have the Global Services Desk, where we provide phone support for clients all over Europe. So that's on the site. We've many thousand people, thousands of people working for HP in Ireland. We make up approximately nearly 1% of the population of Ireland are working for HP. So we're a large player. Just moving a bit closer to home to the campus here. Myself and some of the other members that I'll introduce shortly, we had the privilege of joining HP in 1995. We were some of the first employees hired by HP in the inkjet supplies business, and even prior to our initial startup in 1996, we were sent to the US for training to bring back the technology and bring back a lot of the corporate culture to the site that we have here in it. And in 1996 we opened up our manufacturing facility. It's at 1.2 million square feet at this stage, so a very large complex on it. You've seen it as you came in on board in it. And the site, it was built 4 times faster than anything this size in Ireland when it was built. So a very large campus on site, 1.2 million square feet. And also a 200-acre campus site on it, so it's a beautiful campus. Our employees do enjoy it. In 1997 we opened up a clean room, and this was the largest clean room in Europe of its class when we have it here, and we still have that present on the site here. And you'll see some of these facilities as you tour them over the next few days. In 1999 we introduced the financial services. 2001 we took on media manufacturing for Europe, EMAC. 2003 we saw the compact merger, so many of the other businesses came on this site in the country. In 2008 it was really landmark. While we had started up as a manufacturing site for us on the site, we started introducing R&D and development onto the site, and this was the first time the inkjet supplies development was taken outside of the US on it, and we're very proud to be the site that was selected to do that. This really was the time that we started, really from the very start on it, and you'll hear more about the environmental programs on it. But some of the type of programs that we took on at the very start did involve recycled plastics and trying to introduce those into our cartridges, and you'll hear some more from the guys around that in a while. These programs, you know, we've got a couple of programs that have taken 3 years and 5 years to get enough plastics to build them into our products on it. A lot of support, you know, for such long-term projects to take on. In 2010 we moved on beyond manufacturing and R&D into the marketing, so the centre of current marketing for inkjet supplies is based out of Ireland, and also some business leadership. We took on leadership for the consumer segment at that stage. In 2011, we started introducing some key partners to the site. So Celestica is a key partner in our manufacturing, and you will get a tour of their area tomorrow to see some of the manufacturing occurring. In 2012, MGS, a plastic supplier, came on site, and that's obviously helped us really in a big way working with the recycled plastics on it, and brought an additional 150 jobs to the site. And again, you'll get a tour of their facilities tomorrow and some of what's happening there. And then more recently, just as we got into 2014, we have been asked to take on even a bigger role in the business development for Inkjet Supplies, and our R&D charter has been broadened even more. So we've quite a diversified campus here on site, and from an Inkjet point of view, we're really playing across the whole value chain, end to end, all the way from development through to manufacturing, marketing, and business leadership. So it keeps us busy. Yeah, and I suppose briefly how we've used that value chain, just to give you a brief look. All our printer manufacturing is done in Asia at the moment. You can see it on the left-hand side. However, we do have a number of technologies in our Inkjet made up of separate print heads and Inkjet Supplies, the way they work on it. And we now have both the design and development happening in Ireland for these steps, and then we have the manufacturing in Asia and Ireland as well. And then we also have the media on it. So it really is an end-to-end system play, where we do really need to work at any time we make a change on our Inkjet Supplies, on our inks, on our plastics. We really need to work with the printer and the media to make sure that all the Inkjet Supplies and cartridges work successfully together. So very much that, and this really represents that end-to-end supply chain where we've built up all the competencies to enable us to do that and provide the necessary leadership. I suppose this is a good place to I suppose, reiterate the commitment to the environmental programs on it. So, we've taken on two major recycling programs for environmental reasons. One on our cartridges, which are shaped like this, which is the integrated printhead, and the other one on separate cartridges, which you'll see spread around the room. And in both cases, the initial programs took 5 years to bring to fruition. And more recently, the separate cartridges took 3 years to bring to fruition. So there is a huge commitment and allowing it to get off there. As I joke with the guys, it's not just a question of getting some recycled plastic and melting it into the right form. There's a huge amount of work, as you can imagine, to make sure the mechanical properties of the supplies work well, that they fit in the printer and that they don't get changed, and also chemically that there's no interaction between the plastic and any leaching that could occur with the ink, to make sure the ink stays pure. And then making sure that not only do we develop the plastic processes to make it work, but we can use that plastic process in our full manufacturing chain as well. But that is the dedication we have to make sure we're doing the right thing environmentally. I suppose in summary, just from an overall HP, we've invested about $1 billion to innovate technology to enable our customer experience. So it's a big number, and it really is our dedication to innovating on behalf of our customer. On site here, we have over 200 engineers who are driving that innovation and creating intellectual property on a day-to-day basis. The market-focused driven activities do create the value for our customers and delight them in their experience for the technology. So really using that marketing expertise, customer assurance, customer feedback to drive that technology, and the innovation cycles that we want on behalf of the customer. And we do have a promise to both the quality and the performance of our products for our customer. That's a high priority, and I suppose that's my own global role to make sure that that works successfully. And then finally, I suppose you've all heard of HP Invent, a very common one, but really we talk about our innovation. It's in our DNA really to invent on behalf, our technology on it, and we think from an engineering point of view on it, but very much it's driven from a customer perspective and a customer focus. So we're not just innovating for the sake of innovating and for the engineering on it, but really to do it on behalf of the customer. So that's a general overview of HP in Ireland and our technology campus. Again, I'd like to welcome you onto the campus and hope you do enjoy your time with us. I do want to introduce you to a couple of players who are here in the back of the room at this stage on it. I've got lots to talk about. Really good descriptions on it. Firstly, I'd like to introduce to Shane Daly. Shane, please stand up there. Shane is the engineer who is actually responsible for the overall recycling programme and bringing it to fruition.